Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Peachy inspired makeup look, and that is because MCoBeauty has their limited edition Just Peachy range, which I think is so freaking cute, and I cannot wait to show you guys these products. And you guys seem to be really loving these affordable yet luxe looks for less type of makeup looks, and I love that I can bring you guys affordable yet expensive glamorous looking makeup. So because you guys are loving it so much, I have teamed up with MCoBeauty yet again, and I'm bringing you another look. All of these products are available at your local Woolworths if you are in Australia, but it is a limited edition range, so you gotta be quick. Alright, so you're probably wondering what is already on my face, so go ahead and pop on your favorite foundation. I've also gone in with a little brow moment. I've got the MCoBeauty Instant Brows, and they're more brows as well. I love these products. They're not part of the limited edition range. They are a permanent product, so make sure you guys check these out. I've also popped on a little bit of their hydrating concealer underneath the eyes, and then finally, to top everything off, I've gone in with their Crystal Shine Treatment Gloss. This has become one of my favorite products ever. I put this on first thing when I wake up. I put it on all throughout the day. It is so glossy. Like when they say crystal shine, like, whoo, it's very glossy, but not sticky at all. And it has some beautiful ingredients in there, which I'm just obsessed with. So if you get a chance to try this, I 100% recommend it. It is so good. I just pop it on before I start my makeup process so that by the time I get to lipstick or even other glosses, my lips are nice and hydrated and ready to go. Okay, so to start out, I'm going to be going in with the Just Peachy eyeshadow palette. This one has 20 matte and shimmer shades, so you do have a combination of matte shades and shimmers in here. Looking at the palette, you actually have so many options in terms of looks with this. You've got some beautiful teal shades, you've got your smokier, sort of like your bronzy smoky eyes, you've got a few pops of pink, you've got your classic golds. There's also some cooler tones in here. So you really have so many options with this palette. There's a lot of different sort of roads you can go down, but today I'm going to try and stick to the peachy pinks and those sort of orange vibes. That's really what I'm going for. So I'm kind of thinking I really want to try this shade. It looks stunning. So I think I'm going to jump in with that one at some point, but I'm just going to go for it and just see where this look takes us. So let's jump right on in. So to start out, I'm going to take this shade here, which is, this is sort of like a fleshy tone shade. So I'm just going to pop that all over the lid. This is sort of just going to be like our base color to help everything else blend into this. You know guys, I'm always so amazed by how well these shadows blend considering the cost of these products. You really are getting high quality products for like less than half the price. Now I'm going to go in with this peachy shade here and just start to sort of warm things up through that crease. And I'm just doing little circular motions for this just to really blend everything together. Now I'm going to take that underneath the lower lash line as well, just to help tie everything in together and to start that colour underneath the lower lash line to define the eye a little bit more. This shade, you guys, is so stunning. It's like that perfect peachy yet kind of brown. Like, oh, it's so pretty. If they sold this in singles, honestly, I'd buy them all. They're so nice. It's that beautiful sort of salmony pinky brown. It's very nice. Now we're just going to go in with this shade here, and I'm just going to focus that on the outer corner of the eye. We're going to go underneath the lower lash line as well, and then sort of blending through the crease but not picking up any extra product. We're really focusing this on the outer corner of the eye. Okay, you know how I said before, if they sold that colour in singles, I'd buy the lot? Same goes for this one. This is so pretty and it's blending so nicely. Now this wouldn't be a tutorial from moi if I did not do a cut crease. You guys know it is one of my favourite eye looks. I also find it's the most flattering on my eye, particularly with hooded eyes. I just find that a cut crease can really disguise the hood very well. So I'm going to go and do a cut crease now, And yes, I'm going to be using this shade here because I think it is so beautiful and is calling my name. So firstly, what I want to do is I really want to define that crease before we cut it. So we're going to go in with that really dark brown shade, and we're very, very lightly going to run this right through the crease of the eye. Then you just want to jump back in, no extra product on the brush, and I'm just doing really little circular motions. Okay, so now what you want to do is grab a concealer. Any concealer will do. I'm going to use the MCoBeauty concealer for this. I like to use quite a small angled brush for this, but your actual lid is going to do most of the work when you open your eye. It's kind of going to cut the crease for you, and then you just have to fill in the blanks. For this one, we're not fully going all the way across the eye. We're going to stop right in the middle of the eye where the pupil is. And you just want to make sure this is really nicely blended into that outer corner of the eye, and then we'll go in with shadow in a little bit. So as you get to the very edge of the eye, we're not going all the way over this eyeshadow and this beautiful work that we did earlier. We're just very lightly tapping over it, which is just going to help that seam, for lack of a better word, just to sort of blend off. As I said, you want to just go back in with a little bit of shadow. You don't actually need any more product. Just grab the brush that you used before and just again lightly tap over that, and it will help this blend into that shadow. Once you have your beautiful cut creases, we are going to go in with that gorgeous shimmer shade. It is so pretty. It's the one that calls to me the most in the palette. When I saw it, I was like, I want to use you. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab this on a brush first, see how that goes. If we need to go in with our finger to really intensify it in the middle of the eye, we will. But we do want a little bit of precision first, especially around that crease area. So grab the smallest brush you've got and we're going to go in with that. So grabbing that beautiful shimmer, I'm starting from the outer part of the eye and then working sort of towards the middle, because I do want to go in with some gold to really brighten up that inner corner as well. Okay, so now we've sort of filled in that concealer. It is looking very nice, but it could look nicer. So I'm going to go in with my finger now. Sometimes you will find with shimmer shades that you do need to go in with your finger just to really intensify the shadow. Sometimes brushes sort of tend to, they do a great job of blending, but they tend to kind of flick all those shimmery pearlescent shadows away, and your finger does not. So let's just go in with our finger and really intensify the middle of the eyeshadow there. Okay, that is looking beautiful. So now I'm going to go in with this gorgeous champagne gold shade here, and I'm just going to pop this on the inner corner and the brow bone. And now to finish off the eye look, I'm just going in with my Fat Lash mascara and my pre-glued eyelashes, and that is the eye look complete. So now that we're finished with the eyes, I'm going to go in and do the rest of the face. But before we do that, I want to show you guys the MCoBeauty face brush set. How cute are these brushes? They've got the pink little tips, they're super, super fluffy, and they are the perfect brushes to finish off this makeup look. So I'm going to be using these brushes for the rest of this look. So first things first, I'm going to go in and bronze up the face, and for this I'm going to be using the Just Peachy Mega Bronzer, and when I say Mega Bronzer, I mean Mega Bronzer. This bronzer is huge. It's like the size of my hand. It's massive. Like, that bronzer is an investment. She's gonna last you a good long while. I think the little peach embossing is so freaking cute with this collection. They've got this on the blushes as well, which I'll show you in a minute. This bronzer does have a tiny little sheen to it, so probably not something that I would normally contour with. This is just going to give you that beautiful glowy bronzed look. Because it does have that shimmer in there, but it is so, so slight. I think that you definitely could still contour with this because of the shade of the bronzer, but just keep that in mind. So for this, I'm going to be taking this brush here. This is the angled fluffy brush. So the reason I chose this brush is because it gets right into those contours of the cheekbone. So I'm just going to lightly dust this onto my cheeks. I also like to contour my forehead just to really define that area as well. So never forget the forehead. I just work around the perimeters and those into those sort of temple bones as well. The best thing about this as well, it has that slight but not overwhelming scent of peaches. Yum. Now for blush, I'm going to be using the Just Peachy Mega Blush, and again, this blush is like the size of my hand. It is huge. Because you do have the two options with the blush, this product is very much multi-use, which I love. So the pinker side does have a little shimmer to it, so it is going to give you that more rosy, glowy sort of look, and then the peachier side is matte, so it's going to add color but it's not going to add glow, which means you can also go in with your own highlighter or whatever you want to do to add your glow, but it is going to be a little more muted and a little more subtle than the pink side. I love this because it is multi-use. You could totally use the more muted side for your day look, and then you can use the brighter, pinker, more glowy side for your going out, like nighttime, out to dinner with the girls, cocktails kind of vibe, and then this is sort of like everyday wear. The other thing you could do, mix a little bit of both, and then you have your happy medium of both worlds, which is what I'm going to do today. For this, I'm actually going to take this really big fluffy brush. You guys might think that's a little weird choice for blush, but I want these really soft, sparse fibers to pick up the product and distribute it on my face really like everywhere. The denser your brush, the more product it's going to pick up and the more like harsh it's going to be on your face. The bigger and fluffier, the less product it will pick up, and it will sort of disperse it a lot more randomly across the cheek. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. It makes sense in my head. So I'm just tapping this in the middle with the pink side that has the shimmer at the top of my brush. This is so that when I go in, that gold shimmer is towards the top of my cheekbone and not in the hollows of my cheeks. It sometimes looks a little funny to put shimmer in the hollow of the cheek. I'd prefer it to be up here, and that more matte peachy color I would like in the more hollow area of my cheek. That brush is so soft, I cannot even handle it. It feels so good. I would like fall asleep someone doing that to my face. It feels so nice. Again, this blush does have that soft scent of peaches. It's not overwhelming though, so if you are sensitive to like perfumes or, you know, putting something on your face, especially a fragrance, it's not overwhelming and it's not gonna like give you a headache or anything. It's just very, very soft. Now this is probably my favorite product in the whole range. This is the Highlight and Glow palette. This is for face, eyes, body, you name it. You can use this glow anywhere you want. Now the great thing about this palette is that it does have 4 different shimmer shades. This is suitable to 4 different skin types. If you have a more pale complexion, you can go in with this shade here. It also has a slightly pink hue to it. There's also this more champagne-y gold here. This is more of like a rose gold, and then a more bronzier shimmer. I also love this for one person as well, because different points of your face you're probably going to want to use different shades, and your body as well. For me, I would definitely use this like in the inner corner or on the brow bone where I want a really intense highlight, maybe on the cupid's bow. With this one, I would pop this on my cheekbones. Same with this one, depending on how tanned I am at the time or if I fake tanned. And then this one I would use on my body in like all the contoured bits, like on your collarbones and on your shoulder bones. I think that would look stunning on the body. Even though this does look like it's too dark for my complexion, trust me, I'll find somewhere to put it. Palettes like this are great for artists as well, so you have something for every skin tone. So as I mentioned before, I am actually going to go in with this shade here, and I'm going to pop this on the cupid's bow. This is just going to prep it for lipstick a little later on. I'm going to take this shade here on this nice fluffy brush, and I'm going to pop this on my nose. And then finally, I'm going to be taking this angled brush, and we're just going to do a little glow on the cheeks. Now for lips, the collection contains these lip kits which contain 1 lipstick and 1 gloss. I have got the shades here, Peach Bellini and Sweet Peach. The Peach Bellini shade is a little more on the sort of mauvey brown side, and then that Sweet Peach is definitely more of a pinky shade. So for today's look, I'm definitely going to go in with the Sweet Peach. I think it's going to tie in really well into these pinky tones. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop on the lipstick Again, the lipstick has that gorgeous soft scent of peaches, but it is definitely not overwhelming. This lipstick formula is so comfortable to wear. It is super hydrating. It's definitely not drying on the lips. It's not super matte. It's very long wearing and it's very buildable. So you could just pop on a little bit of this with a little bit of gloss and just have sort of a light color, or you can really build it up to be quite pigmented. Then over the top, you just want to grab your gloss from the kit. Again, this is in Sweet Peach, and I'm just going to pop this over the top of the lipstick. That smells so good. That gloss, I could eat it. It smells like a dessert. It smells so yummy. Now, by this stage, I think we're looking pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. But if you want to really glow this look up, you can go in with the MCoBeauty Cheek and Lip Tint. Now, this is a tint for your cheeks and lips. Because I've got lipstick on, I'm not going to do that today. We've already, like, this is looking glossy enough. So I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit on my finger and put this over the cheeks. It's just going to give it a little flush. That is the color there. You can see it. This is just going to add a little flush to the cheeks and make me look extra dewy and glowy. And then you really just want to make sure you're blending this in with your fingers, letting the warmth from your fingers really melt that product into the skin. A little bit goes a long way, so you really don't need too much. And there you go. Look how beautiful and like flushed your cheeks look. I feel like you could use that product on its own if you didn't have a foundation or any concealer on, especially if you were like on a beach holiday or something. Just like tap that on and you're good to go. Bit on your lips, bit on your cheeks, you're done. Alright you guys, so that is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this luxe look for less with the MCoBeauty Just Peachy collection. You can pick this up at your local Woolies, so make sure you hurry because it is limited edition. If there are any products that you were interested in today, I will make sure to leave all of them in the description below, where to get them, what I used. I will leave all the information below to MCoBeauty as well. Thank you again to the MCoBeauty for partnering with me on today's video. I have loved bringing you this look at an affordable price, good quality products. I had fun filming it. Who doesn't love a peachy collection, you know? Alright you guys, I hope you have an awesome day and I will see you in my next video, if not sooner.